All right. Is this thing on? Test, test. All right, and howdy. This is Lester Roadhog Moran, master of the Cadillac Cowboys, and today's message is one of hope as we dive into the morning rock and roll radio show. All right, we're gathered around the old Shore microphone here, and old Wichita's gonna give you a little treat this morning. All right, we're just having fun out here. Miss Maybelle Carter gonna come on a little later and give you something special as well. Y'all enjoy. All right, Wichita, start the cassette there.
On the next episode of Unsolved Mysteries, a football legend, a Gen Z mystery woman, and one question no one can answer. How in the heck did these two hook up? Meet Bill Belichick, 8-time septuagenarian Super Bowl champion, and the human equivalent of a weathered hoodie. And Jordan Hudson, early 20s, bright, beautiful, and according to her, not answering any more questions. It's a romance that defies logic, reason, and basic math, with no trail of dating apps and no stories of an adorable rom-com meet-cute. Friends say she, quote, just appeared one day, like an AI-generated girlfriend. And perhaps the real enigma is how she hasn't seemed to notice that Bill always looks like he just woke up in a Cheesecake Factory parking lot. Belichick and Hudson don't even appear to share a single hobby, unless of course you count frowning. So what's going on here? Could it be dark magic or some form of time travel? Was it some kind of twisted bet with Tom Brady? Or did Jordan simply mistake Bill for Emperor Palpatine at Comic-Con? One source claims he promised to explain to her what a nickel defense is, and she was immediately hypnotized. But can love really bridge a 49-year age gap? Or is this simply the result of Bill Belichick finally opening up emotionally for the first time since Watergate? If you or anyone you know has information about this highly suspicious quarterback sneak of a relationship, please call our tip line. Operators are standing by, mostly to place bets on how long it lasts. And make sure to tune in for the most perplexing episode ever of Unsolved Mysteries.
Buckle up for safety.
I don't want to buckle. I really don't want to buckle.
Hey, where the seatbelts at?
You best put seatbelts on your ears.
Fasten your seatbelts, kids.
Everybody ready?
Everybody ready?
Everybody ready to go?
Okay, folks, fasten your seatbelt.
It's going to be a
It will be a bumpy ride, but that's okay. We've got our seatbelts on. I don't have a seatbelt on. I'm losing my mind. Oh, my Lord. The green screen knows all. Good morning. Happy hump day. Appreciate you guys being here. I started like 90 seconds early because I was bored, and I just played The Urge on the air. I played Frying Pan. It's a good song. It's short. It's like 2.5-minute song. My girlfriend's mad. She get the frying pan. She's coming at you. That's what that song's all about. Don't screw up. Keep your ass on track. Good morning. You're just about to leave. Dennis, I know all good things must come to an end. Isn't that a bummer? But we take with me the memory to be the sunshine after the rain. Yeah, so listen to that on the way home. Put on Boys to Men, It's So Hard to Say Goodbye right before you guys leave. Please do that for me. Make it extra cheesy. And you guys can sit around. It's so hard to say goodbye. You know? To yesterday. And you can take me back to 1992 high school shit. All right. Guess what? It's National Adopt a Shelter Pet Day. You should, if you're going to do it, John agrees with me, you should adopt a shelter pet. Whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, Arbor Day, I don't really give a shit. If you're going to adopt a pet, man, adopt a shelter pet. Oh my God, there's so many good babies. What the hell? Just out of nowhere, my Google decided right now was when it needed to log out my account on my tab. The tab that I have my document open with all of my show prep on it. So give me just a second to re-log into Google because 7:33 seems like the opportune time to do that. I feel a sneeze coming on, I'll be honest. You want a Valley Ghoul shirt real bad. How bad do you want it, Bethy? How bad do you want it? You know what? I want an XL because when I ordered this, I ordered a 2XL. So it's a little loose, which is okay. You know, sometimes it's good to have a little flappy, breezy action going on. But good morning. Happy day, friends. It's National Adopt a Shelter Pet Day. Also, I almost said a Pelterschet, which sounds like German fetish porn or something. I don't know about that. Yeah, Dennis, I want that. It was really nice to see the pictures you guys shared in the live on Friday as Keith and the crew there were going live. It was cool to see all the fun stuff. National Oatmeal Cookie Day. My dad likes oatmeal cookies. I'm not a fan of oatmeal cookies. International Jazz Day. Let me repeat that for those of you who clap on 1 and 3. It is International Jazz Day. There's a show coming up May 9th here in Cape Girardeau with a fantastic jazz saxophonist. It's the last in our series for the Underground Jazz Series at Scout Hall. Nudge, nudge. We'll talk more about it next week. But you should go. Get a wild hair up your ass. Go ahead. You like them big? I used to. I mean, well, obviously, they always were big. But I don't know. Now that I lost weight, I don't like a lot of extra shirt. I think it's because I'm still dealing with the extra skin stuff from the weight loss, and it bothers me when things get pinchy and flunky and stuff. You remember that little golden book, The Saggy Baggy Elephant? That is me. I am him. Matter of fact, I might get that Saggy Baggy Elephant tattooed on me. I think that might be my next ink. It's High School Radio Day. I celebrated that because I started in radio in high school. I was, when was it? Into my sophomore year, I guess, that Sam and I started in radio together. My good buddy, Sam Etherton. So hooray for High School Radio Day. And if you're a high school kid and you're watching this, what the fuck are you doing? You're late for school. Move your ass. I forgot now that I have a smartwatch, I can look at stuff here. Carrie says she's having a rough start to her morning. And that's not good. I hate it when my wife is you guys ever do this, though? She forgot to brush her teeth. She's on her way to work. She said, rough start to my morning. I forgot to brush my teeth. Yay. Don't you hate that? And it doesn't matter. You can gum. You can go with a good, chewy, smelly, good gum. Breath, fine. Sure. You still feel it. Ah, it's perilous. I'd almost pop by a DG and grab a brush. It is National Bugs Bunny Day. I like Bugs Bunny. Nice guy. National Military Brats Day for you kids that jumped around from school to school and were always the weird new kid. And you survived it. And we're proud of you. Happy Military Brats Day. I failed. I'll make up for it. It's National Tie-Dye Day. I did not wear a Wheezy's tie-dye today. And I need to get my new one from him soon that is catfish colors. But for your tie-dye needs, go find this fucker on Facebook and get your tie-dye on. Look at that. Tied up and twisted dyes at gmail.com. Happy National Tie-Dye Day. I like my tie-dyes. I like Wes's tie-dyes. But there's some skills, man. There's some mad skills out there making some cool-ass tie-dye shirts. National Turkey Bacon Day. For those of you who try to justify eating turkey bacon, oh, well, it's leaner and healthier, and it's like 500 grams of sodium. Your arteries are hardening as we speak. There we go. Okay. I'm telling you, it's bad. I'm swinging for it. National Mr. Potato Head Day. Hey, you guys seen my horse? I can't do that voice. I can't do that voice. Hey, the Norm from Cheers, not Norm. Honesty Day. Today is Honesty Day. Be honest. Are you going to celebrate? You should. And I don't know what this is, but it was in the list. Spank Out Day. Like SPANKOUT Day. Matter of fact, we're going to find out. Oh, shit. Oh, near tragedy in the studio. I bonked the coffee, knocked it over, fell like this, the hole's up here. No harm, no foul. Let's go. Okay, Spank Out Day, because that sounds nefarious. National Spank Out Day. Oh, it's a day to stop spanking. Not a day to spank extra. Don Rickles. Don Rickles would have made a great Mr. Potato Head. But I don't think, was Don Rickles, he didn't do the Potato Head voice. Did he? No, it was the mailman from Cheers. Kratzenberger. John, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, National Spank Out Day is a day dedicated to promoting nonviolent discipline and raising awareness about the negative effects of corporal punishment on children. We're not going to have that conversation because I was born in 1974, and I'm not going to have a conversation about corporal punishment with people any younger than I am anymore. I'm just not. I am for common sense. Cliff, thank you. John Ratzenberger. I could not think of Cliff for some fucking reason, which is dumb because one of the greatest people I know on this planet is named Cliff. Cliff Maurice. He's been in lyrics of songs. He's always been there when I needed to help with anything. Over the last, 30 years. Hats off to Cliff Maurice. Cliff Maurice. So it's Spank Out Day, so I guess don't spank your kids today. Of course, we celebrate this, the final day of April. For lo unto thee, come tomorrow, it's gonna be May. You're welcome. I know, it's really what you wanted. All right, I'll get that off of there. But yeah, tomorrow, first day of May. It's the 1st of May, outdoor clucking starts today. So bring your favorite lady, or at least your favorite lay. You guys got to go listen to Jonathan Colton tomorrow. Remember? I've told you that every year. 1st of May by Jonathan Colton. Beautiful song. It always makes me think of the Riverside down in Austin. Such a lovely little area. We fucked a man with a 10 Sharpay. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It's such a nice melody. Jonathan Colton's such a talented man. And he's Canadian. Good morning, Walter. Happy Wednesday, sir. I think I got some Georgian news in my weird news today. We got weird news coming up. Let's get into some B-days, though. Well, first things first. I pulled the trigger, made an adult purchase yesterday. Carrie and I drove over to Metropolis, Illinois, home of Superman, by the way. Drove over to Metropolis. Flew to Metropolis without any kryptonite. And I bit the bullet with my chintzy ass. If you saw the post on Facebook yesterday, then you know. But here's what I bought. I bought this Jeep, and this picture's from this morning because the Federal Building makes a decent backdrop. Anyway, actually, that's the old Federal Building. There's like a church and a barn and a creative group in there, jumps in there, all kinds of shit. Anyway, I bought a Jeep. I like it. It's got a bumping system, which makes me happy. I like the system, but it's nice. And now I just got to clear out the used car lot that is my house. So there it is. I've decided to name her Ruby. She's got red accents inside. It's really like, you know me in the Star Wars vibe, right? My truck, I had the Darth Vader and Stormtroopers. I'm not putting window stickers on it, but I did get a Stormtrooper sticker for it. But it's given off with the white with the red. I'm getting a real heavy, like, First Order era. You know, like the white sands with the red crystals that blew out when they were in that battle. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting. So I got to figure out how to integrate that somehow. Thank you, Bethy. Thanks, guys. Yeah, and honestly, like, the test drive it, because I looked at it online and talked through most of the stuff before I even saw it. But, like, I sat down in it, and it was just comfy. It was a good fit. Like, it feels a lot like the Grand Cherokee that I got from my dad. Like, just that good fit. It's comfy. My arm sits where it needs to sit here. You know, if you don't have the right elbow rest, you drive 30 miles, you're pissed off because your elbow's pissed off. Your elbow's a part of you. Treat your elbow like the rest of you. It's gonna be May. Oh, shit, it's TIQ time. We haven't done the TIQ yet. We got to do that before we get the birthdays going. Let me get the TIQ up. Okay. It sucks to have another car payment, but the car payment is in the range of what I was willing to spend. So things ended up where they needed to be for this. A new poll found that teen boys and girls agree on this when it comes to the question, what is the most important thing in life? Okay? Yeah, Jeannie, it's, I I'm still, there's so many. This is a Rubicon. It's just loaded with options and stuff. I got to figure out all the toys and stuff. There was a piece in it that even the guy at the dealership was like, well, I think you put that down over the back seats for like a dust cover or whatever. No. It's a sound dampener that goes up in the roof. It just, the Velcro didn't stay. So little things like that. I wanted a Jeep for my first vehicle. However, the insurance cost as a teenager was terrible. And we went instead with a 2-seater sports car, which was logic makes no sense with insurance. So there you go. Birth control, no. Midget wrestling, no. Good guess. But guess away. The TIQ is wide open. We're taking your guess on the hotline in the chat room. Oh, yeah, you know what? I only have to paste that to Facebook because over here in the YouTube and Twitch world, they see the Facebooks. So I don't need to double post that anymore. Oh, silly Darren. The only downside of the Restream chat feed that gives me everybody's chats is that I cannot react. So when I love something you guys say or I want to ha-ha it real quick, I can't do that in there. I got to dab over to the Facebook side. Speaking of dabbing, no. Cell phone, no. What is most important in life to you, boy or girl? Oh, Snapchat. No. Cell phone, no. What's for dinner? No shit. Having Riz. Happy birthday to Tanya Nicole Tipton. Happy birthday, Tanya. Happy birthday to Jeff Stricker. I hope you're stricken with awesomeness today, sir. Joseph Cipriano, happy birthday. I hope it's a wonderful Wednesday birthday. The Devil's Lettuce, no. Friends, no. How many of us have them? No, that's a good guess, though. Sean Anthony, happy birthday to Sean. Happy birthday to a very talented singer and songwriter and storyteller, really, Evan Richard Webb. If you guys don't know Evan Webb, first off, he's about as handsome as a Disney character can get. And he's got a great country music, honest voice. I like listening to Evan sing. There's some guys in this town that sing that I just genuinely like. I don't desire to sing along with them. Harmonies in your head. You know how that works? And you always just want to start singing harmonies because that's it. Now with these guys, they got such a nice, clean, honest, just good voice. And I just love listening to them. So cheers to you, Evan. Have a happy fucking birthday. You handsome sumbitch. Friends, breathing. Well, no. But that's a good smart-ass answer. I like it. It is Robert Gautier's birthday today, and he and I were in that Dark Road movie that I posted up, and I said, hey, look, Darren was in a movie in 2009. I did find, by the way, it's on some Yugoslavian YouTube or something. The whole full-length fucking movie, though. So apparently I'm big in the Eastern Bloc. No, but anyway, Rob was in that movie with us, and he was actually in the first scene of the whole movie, and he was dragging some poor bastard's body across the grass into a ditch and then burying him and said he was done digging holes. It was nice. Big sigh, John. Friends, breathing, Wi-Fi, Mickey Sharp, no. But teens probably do agree on Mickey Sharp. Oxygen, no. What is the most important thing in life, teenager boy or girl? They both agreed that this is it. What is it? It is also Michelle Nagy's birthday today. Happy birthday, Michelle Nagy. You're an awesome human. I miss you. She was one of my buddies in college. Her and Marianne and Joanne and that whole crew that ran around. They were just wonderful, even if they were percussionists. But we still love you. Michelle also was brave enough to let me jump over her on a toboggan in the winter of, I don't know, it was probably 93, 94. But snow, and I came down the Band Hill, and she laid in front of the ramp that I built like we were in 8th grade. And I jumped over. I have a photo in air. And that was caught before digital time. So that's pretty mad when you think of like a shitty little 35mm camera. Summer vacation. No, that's a good guess, Troy. Food, getting your driver's license. Music, Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em now. Nope. No Pokies. All good guesses, though. You're on track. You're on track to solve this. Ow, scheiße. Sat on my balls. You're on track to solve this. It is Matt Reno's birthday today. Speaking of creative geniuses, Matt Reno, celebrating, I think Matt's celebrating 48 today. That's going to be my guess. I think, no, you were younger than that. We're going to say 46. I can't remember what year you got out of school. But Matt Reno is in a circle of friends that we're all talented musicians and creative minds and well-balanced drug users. Kidding, kind of. That wrote some amazing music back in the day. And I appreciate you for that. You say Catrino, I say Matt Reno. Matrino. Happy birthday. Good family life. Boy, you're in the neighborhood, Bethy, but it's you figure it out. Teenage boys, teenage girls agree on this. What's the most important thing in life? And a happy birthday to my next door neighbor in the mornings, who's off today because it's her fucking birthday. Why would you be here? But Whitney Hosmer Tate, Whitney Tate, happy birthday. Whitney hit the big 50 today. Welcome to the fucking club, Whitney. I'm so happy for you. Whitney's awesome, and she's got a cool husband and great kid, and we love you. Happy birthday. Go kick ass. She probably won't see this. Family makes enough money. John, you're just, no, but you're close. But contextually, I can't give it to you. But you're in the neighborhood. Rapper Travis Scott turns 34 today. He's busting out bars for his birthday. Ana de Armas is 37 today. She was an actress. She is an actress. She used to date Ben Affleck. Huh, who didn't? Hello, Hollywood. Oh, I guess I did get a couple drips of coffee on the thing, but I'll get that later. Gal Gadot, a.k.a. Wonder Woman. I think that's how you say her name, right? Gadot. She's pretty cool. She's 40 today. She hits the big 4-0. Smoke show. Happy birthday. Taking guesses on the TIQ, the winner receives I got my first duck. And let me tell you guys this, especially if you're local. I'm not a big, like the ducks in the Jeep thing. It's not really for me. It's cute. And I don't want to poo-poo anybody that does it. If that's your thing, go for it. But I'm not ducking out. Now, if you find me a fucking Stormtrooper duck or Darth Vader duck, Duck Vader, put that on my truck. But Fawn, this morning, she popped in after she saw my Jeep. She popped in. She gave me my first duck, my first Jeep duck. And I love it because it's a little koala. Look at him. Isn't he cute? He's yellow, but the green screen's throwing that off. But he's a little Outback Steakhouse duck. I hate how the green screen throws the color out. Anyway, he's yellow. He's Naim. He's William. Being middle class or above. No, but good guess. Keep guessing, guys. John's been the closest so far. You're in the neighborhood. I wouldn't say it's a cul-de-sac, but you're in the neighborhood. Kirsten Dunst is 43 today. Rapper Lloyd Banks is also 43. I didn't know they were twins. Johnny Galecki is 50 today. NASCAR star Elliott Sadler also hitting the big 5-0 along with Whitney. Famed K103 morning show host Whitney in the Morning. She's 50 today. I had to add that into my celebrity list, right? Makes sense. Michael Waltrip is 62. We're just about the NASCAR shit today. And former NBA star Isaiah Thomas is 64. Happy birthday to you. Good guess, Alicia, not it. House with their own bedroom. That's a good guess. I like that. I think that should be a life goal, right? I want a house that has 4 walls and a roof and another wall in the middle. And a hole in the floor for me to poop in. All right, it's time to get into today's history nuggies. Today's history brought to you by people who make script signs like this. They're cute. Looks nice in your house. Yesterday's history, tomorrow's mystery. Today is a gift. I told you about this last time when I first used this the last time, like, I don't know, a couple months ago. When we were on vacation, we see all these scripty things in the tourist trap shops, right? The little wooden blocks with shit painted on it, which is cute, whatever, and decorate your house. But, it's like, sandy toes and salty kisses. And that's like our family saying for me carrying the kids now. It's like, sandy toes and salty kisses. Like we're sending you off God, I cannot believe it's April 30th already. You know what I mean? Like, does it not seem like this whole year has just blown through? This is, by the way, show 39 today. When we have the show on Friday, it's gonna be May. I promise that's the only two of those I got. All right. Moving on. 1789. Many moons ago. 1789, George Washington put his hand on the Bible, we assume, and took the oath of office as President of the United States of America. The first elected President of the United States on this date, 1789. Cool. You know, it was happening 121 years ago today. 121 years ago today. I want you to, have you ever seen the movie, the Judy Garland movie, Meet Me in St. Louis? Meet me in St. Louis, Louis, meet me at the fair. Don't tell me the lights are shining any place but there. We could dance the hoochie coochie. You could be my tootsie wootsy if you would meet me in St. Louis, Louis. Meet me at the fair. You know what I mean? The World's Fair happened in St. Louis on this date in 1904. And at that World's Fair, the ice cream cone was invented. How about that? On this date. Before that, you just had to hold that shit in your hand. This is delicious yet terrible. Dripping everywhere. My petticoat. House, stone, bedroom. No, but keep guessing on the old TIQ. We're taking guesses till you're just wet with happiness. 1945, we celebrated because Hitler died on this date, 1945. Achtung! Nope. Gone. Killed himself, as history dictates. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. know better. 1952, we celebrate Mr. Potato Head Day today because in 1952, Mr. Potato Head became the first toy ever advertised on TV. The first toy commercial was Mr. Potato Head and his bucket of parts. Buckets of fun for everyone. From Hasbro. 1983, the number one song in the land was Beat It by Michael Jackson. Good song. Ooh, I remember this. 1993, Steffi Graf fan, tennis player Steffi Graf, a fan of hers, stabbed Monica Seles in the shoulder, like in her upper back, in the middle of the match in Hamburg, Germany. Crazy ass Steffi Graf fans, like, this bitch is not going to beat my queen, and stabbed her in the back. Tragic. Yeah, there's the token Twitch spam comment. Thank you, Resounding Handshake QG, Handshake DQG. That's obviously a real account. I love the unsuccessful spam posts. It was on this date, 1993. My second semester of my freshman year of college, that the World Wide Web was created at CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research. The World Wide Web on this date. I love the fact that I have history to that. With our campus and stuff, when we used to use Sadie for the online book stuff for Kent Library. It was all a big transitional, lots of early programming going on. It was blossoming, and I was on the front end of all of that, getting to use it and try it out and test it out, and I fucking loved it. And I was like, this is so cool. Had I pursued that, I'd be a lot richer probably by now because I would have developed those early days. 1997, ABC airs Ellen's Coming Out episode. 42 million people watched. And in 1997, they wouldn't have, thank goodness, I guess, society's impact today would be less. It would be like, oh, well, duh, we knew you were gay. 1997, we knew you were gay. But coming out, much bigger deal, especially as a celebrity, polarizing, your bazillion people that watch you do your thing. Comedy, gigging. So good for Ellen. 2005, the Dave Matthews Band agrees to pay $200,000 after their tour bus dumped shit on a boatload of tourists in Chicago in August of 2004. They unloaded the bus into the Chicago River, and there was a tourist boat going underneath, and they dumped shit all over the tourists. I mean, it was Dave Matthews shit, so you're still like, eh. But only $200,000? That's rough. Parents make enough so that their parents make enough so they don't need to be a successful influencer. Excuse me. No. Keep guessing. Don't give up, guys. It's only 7:59 and 20 seconds. 2015, here's our celebrity deaths. They come in threes. Remember our superstition? 2015, we lost Ben E. King, the musician who brought us the song Stand By Me. Boom, doom, doo doo doom, doom, doo doo doom, doom. It's in your head for the rest of the day. Timeless. 2019, Peter Mayhew passed away, a.k.a. the actor who played Chewbacca in all of the Star Wars films. 74 years old when he passed away. And in 2022, 3 years ago today, we lost Naomi Judd. So there we go. There's our depressing celebrity death things. Thanks, Darren. Hey, you're welcome. Oh, Stone! Ahoy! There he is. Stone Richards, Weather Lord. Stone, we had a little tumultuous weather over the last day or so, didn't we? A little bit of rain yesterday. And I moved some shit around to accommodate my cucumbers and tomatoes that I wanted mobile and put on the side of the house. And somehow I managed to move my kayak into just the perfect spot so that when the gutter drained out, it flushed up against the side of the house and I had water in the basement again yesterday. So when I get home today, I've got to fix that before my meetings and taking loss in the orthodontist and the other shit I got to do. I got 50,000 things today. It's insane. And it's all this morning. But I digress. Keep guessing. TIQ. Let's go. Stone Richards, give us that forecast, baby. That forecast we yearn for so much. Trying to make his job feel better. It's 65 degrees in downtown Cape right now. We got a chance of showers this morning. About a 60% shot through the day for your hump day here in the Heartland. Could see some thunderstorms. Not expecting anything severe. Winds 5 to 10, maybe a 20-mile-an-hour gust now and again, but just a little rainy. Tonight, chance of showers, thunderstorms overnight. Going to be about 80% as we step into Thursday morning. And then Thursday, showers, possibly a thunderstorm. Tomorrow's high around 76, 10 to 15 mile an hour. Could see some 25-mile-an-hour gusts. Might see some thunderstorms blow up with that a little bit. But again, right now, not predicting anything crazy severe. Thursday night, chance of precipitation dropping to 30%. Partly cloudy, low around 57 overnight. Freaking Friday, another chance of showers, thunderstorms in the afternoon. Otherwise, partly sunny, high around 75, and then things clearing out Friday night with a low of 51. A cooler weekend ahead, but sunny. 70 on Saturday, 72 on Sunday, pretty light winds. Not a bad way to go. And then we warm back up next week with sunshine. Monday, 77, Tuesday, 79. Not too nice, really not too terrible. It's just, you want to get those baseball games in, things like that. Yeah, so cool deal, homies. All right, Stone, you take care of yourself, buddy. We'll see you on Friday, okay? Are you going to the Kentucky Derby party thing on Saturday with Mike FM, you know? Yeah, the Mint Julep Jubilee. Have we not spoke about this? Why, it's Saturday at Scout Hall in downtown Cape. Food, fun, prizes, Derby party shenanigans. You got the chance to be the most dapper dude in the room or have the best party hat. You know, Derby hats, that's a thing. That's an important thing. Yeah, I assumed you were going. Yeah, grab your tickets at 939mikefm.com. They're on sale right now. Abstraction Spirits is one of the sponsors. There'll be a bunch of food, drinks, mint juleps. Shh. Mint juleps for you lips? I don't know. Stone. See you Friday, buddy. It's time for Brekkie Bits. Hooray for the farmers market starting this weekend. Hell yeah! I won't be there for the for the radio station. We take our May and stick it in June because Marketeers is usually the first weekend, but then we also have the regular weekend in June. So I'll see you then. I may be there Saturday morning. I plan on being there Saturday morning, unless something goes sideways. But I don't think I have anything Saturday morning. It's Saturday like later in the midday that I've got stuff. Okay, I didn't even know this happened. You guys know Kim Kardashian was robbed at gunpoint, like an elaborate thing when they were over in Paris for Paris Fashion Week back in 2016. Did you know this happened? Poor Kim. Here's what happened. A trial opened this week in Paris for the 10 suspects who are accused of robbing Kim Kardashian at gunpoint during Paris Fashion Week back in 2016. The suspects, 9 men and 1 woman. I'll let you know who's in charge. I don't know what it was, but the 9 men and 1 woman, many in their 60s and 70s. We're not talking about Mission Impossible ninja kitties. They're like, there's like Cocoon on a bad tip. They allegedly stormed Kardashian's hotel suite while her bodyguard was away. Good job, bodyguard. Was he dropping a deuce? Nice job, buddy. They stormed the hotel suite, tied her up, stole roughly $6 million in jewelry, including her $4 million engagement ring from then-husband Yeezy. She stole the Kanye ring. But the trial's open this week. You know what? If I was 70 years old and somebody said, you down to rob the Kardashians, like you think we can pull it off? Yeah. The old clock says I don't have a lot of years left. I mean, it's been the last 20. Hey, look what I did, though. Yo, Mickey, look at me. I'm repping. And also bonus points today because the Valley Ghoul shirt matches my Jeep. And the hat I've got on, this is the guys I bought the Jeep from. Guy's name was Kevin. Real nice guy. But a good dealership, much like our John Moreland dealership for Jeeps here in Cape. So, wanted to wear the hat and say thank you. I wear shirt today because of all the love for the Mickey and the bands of goodness. We'll make party times. So there's that. The match game. The match game where they try to hook folks up. It's back. No Wink Martindale. He passed away. No Alec Baldwin hosting, thank God. It is back with Martin Short as host. And I think Martin Short could bring new energy to the match game. I'm not a big game show host guy, but ABC says it's coming back for a new season. Last time it was on was 4 years ago. That was with Alec Baldwin. Martin Short's a win. Beyonce launched her Cowboy Carter tour Monday night in L.A., bringing her daughters Blue Ivy and Rumi up on stage at one point. That's sweet. Bringing them girls up. I like that. Include them kids. Big Lots, we mentioned Big Lots was closing a bunch of stores up. Well, it's a bit of a comeback. Big Lots is going to reopen some 60 stores around the country next month. By the way, next month is tomorrow. Which means, no, I'm not going to do it. It's gonna be May. No more graphics for that. Netflix has launched a new subtitle option. For those of you who like to watch with subtitles, but don't like where it puts in like gasps, slams door, puts penis in pie. With the little audio subtitles, creaks, moans, background music. That's annoying in the subtitles. I'm not trying to read a script. Well, Netflix has launched a new subtitle option that gives you the choice to get rid of those audio cues in closed captions. So there you go. Just a little tip for you. So Amazon, if you shop on Amazon, they were going to show you in the process of your purchase of whatever good you're buying. I'm sorry, that one's been hanging out. They were going to show you how much tariffs were adding to the price of an item. So fishnet stockings from Hong Kong plus tariff equals this is your price. But the White House called it a hostile and political act. Amazon said it was just exploring the options, decided not to do it. And I mean, it is kind of petty. Let's be honest. But everything in the politics and all that is petty. It's fucking childish. I want to throw Desitin at all of them. You rashy little fuckers. Moving on, Marriott is buying Citizen Hotels. $355 million to buy out the chain, and that will add 36 more hotels to the Marriott Worldwide collection. Good for them. It's food news time. Also, we got some weird news today. Got some Florida in there. Had to throw some Florida in. We like overbalanced Florida's karma. I've had like 2 warm and fuzzies since the last weird news fucking from Florida. Florida's on the upside right now. We got to balance that out. Hey, guess what? It's out there. You can find it now. The salted caramel Butterfinger. Crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery, saltedity, caramelly Butterfinger. Blech. I don't like Butterfingers. There's 2 new sandwiches at Arby's. They got the meats. Might give you the meat sweats. The quarter-pound brisket sandwich and the quarter-pound pulled pork sandwich. By the way, a quarter pound is 4 ounces. It's not really a huge portion if you think about lean meat, lean protein. 4 ounces is a pretty decent portion if you're on a diet. It's all the bread, sauce, cheese, and all the bullshit they put on the side. That's what gets you. So go get your pulled pork and get your brisket on. Just leave the bread off. KFC is bringing back chicken and waffles to its menu, along with introducing a new treat, strawberry and cream pie poppers. I don't know what a pie popper is, but it sounds like something that will burn your mouth. John, you're close. You're really close. I can't give a hint. If I give a hint, it's going to give it away. Rethink your priorities there. We're still taking guesses on the TIQ, you lazy sinners. John's the only one that's been guessing. John is the one that really wants that ring of the cowbell. You know, I don't think I have a John McGowan coffee mug holder thing yet. We'll have to just mark up today's. I do have the blue Sharpie, so I can make a dark imprint. Let's see if John gets there. Let's see if you get there. You guys got to beat John. This is like me on the Cody Henry show. Some people just stop guessing. I think it's because you're frustrated. Lay's and Tostitos, them chip folks, they said they're going to phase out the artificial colors that Health Secretary and leather-skinned man Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is wanting to get rid of, but I agree with getting rid of those colors that are banned in the other countries, the chemical shit. Get rid of it. Moon pies are still a thing. Moon pies are pretty good, right? Marshmallow, creamy, crumbly, chocolatey stuff. They just introduced a new moon pie, key lime mini moon pies. Oh, you decadent bastards. Summertime, just around the corner, right? 'Tis the season for summer travel. If you're channeling your inner Griswold and you're seeking out warmer climates and thinking of taking maybe, or not even warmer climates, just international climates. You want to get the hell out of the U.S. for vacation? So, hey, it would be cool, right? I would love to go to Ireland. Let's go to Ireland. Or let's go to the Netherlands. Clark Griswold. This is, high five, Clark. Okay. Anyway, you're bound to encounter different social rules, especially if you are traveling globally. Culture shock can be a thing, both to you and from you, as you exude your American personality, right? So, we're known for our friendly nature. Americans, we're a little boisterous sometimes. If you ever watch like the old Monty Python, The Meaning of Life, and the Americans at the table, like even back then, they were epitomizing Americans as, I tell you, Kelly told me that joke. It was hilarious. You know what I mean? We're the Tammies in the trailer park. Anyway, the same kind of energy can land wrong in certain cultures. We're going to talk about some American habits that come off as rude overseas. One of those being tipping when you don't need to. It's second nature in the U.S., but not everybody welcomes it. Tipping can feel awkward or rude in places like Japan or South Korea. Many restaurants already include the service in the bill. Leaving extra can be a way to make it seem like you're calling attention to someone's pay. Hey, I can tell you're broke as frick. That's why I left in extra $5. Or special treatment, right? So pay attention culturally. Tips included, just let it go, bro. How about having lots of money or a job that pays lots? Having your own credit card? No. John was still on track, but not on track. Starting conversations with strangers. I do this all the time. I mean, not all the time. I'm not that guy. But if we're in an awkward silence bullshit, I'll say hi. If it's an elevator, I'm not saying hi. Elevators are respected silence ground. Don't make eye contact. Don't talk to me. If you got a kid, I'm going to give them a smile and a wink. And say, did you enjoy the pool? Yeah, it's pretty fun. You're going to look at me and think I might be a little creepy, and then I'm going to give you a smile, and you're going to know it's okay. But that's me. Good morning, Glenda. In the States, saying hello to others when you don't know them is a sign of being sociable, right? We don't want to be awkward and rude. Countries like Germany, like Sweden, often see this as unnecessary. Achtung, da ist weiter. People tend to keep to themselves in public, and chatting up a stranger on a train or in line could make them uncomfortable instead of welcomed. Well, yeah, just more so in those countries, right? So there you go. In many places, especially across Asia and Scandinavia, walking inside with your shoes on is a no-go. Aside from keeping floors clean, it's also about respecting someone's home. Just like I walk into church, I take my hat off. It's just a thing, okay? You'll usually find a pile of slippers by the door and an unspoken rule to leave your sneakers behind. If you walk in, you see everybody's shoes piled up, take your stinkies off, put them bad boys over there, and get your little pitties out, okay? So, pro tip, if you're traveling in Scandinavia, if you're traveling in Asia, wear good socks. Family or friends? No. It's a bit vague. It's a bit vague. What's most important in life? They ask teenagers this. Both boys and girls agree this is most important in life. Family or friends is a bit vague. That could work in there. John's close. We're getting in the neighborhood. You'll get there. It's only 8:15. Fuck, it's 8:15. Uh-oh. We got to hurry up. Being loud in public places. Oh my goodness, shut up. Residents overseas keep their voices low, particularly on public transport. Talking loudly is more likely to get you a lot of looks and not the friendly kind. If you're the type that puts your phone on speaker and walks around your house, she's going, I know everybody wants to hear this conversation. Isn't this nice? Don't do that shit. Shouldn't do that shit in America. Pouring your own drink. Ooh, really? Yeah, at dinners in South Korea and parts of China, there's a rule while eating. You don't refill your own glass. Instead, you pour it for someone else, and they do the same for you. Reaching for your own refill may come off as disrespectful, or as if you're skipping out on a shared moment or ignoring tradition. So watch yourself. Smiling at strangers. I do this all the time, and it's the white dad smirk, like you see somebody you. The forced smile, right? Around the world, it doesn't always mean the same, right? When you force a smile at somebody. The more you travel, the more you'll realize that people in some situations and locations believe that smiling at strangers can be forced. I know. Imagine that. They may think that you're insincere or wonder what you're up to. You know, I don't smile at every stranger I meet. If we make eye contact, I'm like, hi. Hey, how are you? Oh, excuse me, go ahead. Yeah, you go ahead. All right. Using first names right away. Calling someone by their first name off the bat is pretty common here in the States. Obviously, contextually, job interviews, things, you're smart about it, right? But most times when you meet somebody, you're like, oh, hey, it's Mickey, it's Fred. It's not Miss Jackson, because we're not always nasty. But in countries like France, Japan, Germany, they see this as trying to be too familiar. You will hear titles or last names used in formal settings. Jump ahead to John or Mickey. That's going to seem a little off, okay? So watch your ass. And a hug or a pat on the arm. Showing a little affection, a little physical affection too soon. Whoa. Pump your brakes, okay? A little hug or a pat on the arm. That can violate a boundary in regions where physical contact is reserved for close friends or family. If you're unsure, don't give me no lines and keep your hands to yourself, okay? Until you know the local comfort zone. Now, my experience when I was in Europe and in Germany with people from all over Europe at that festival, well, it was a festival. So you were hugging everybody. Shit, I hugged people and poured beers down the throat of me and other people, and it was glorious. It was glorious. Thank God there was no COVID at the moment. Taubertal, I missed you. Fun fact, in Korea, you don't hand someone something with one hand. You should use two hands or touch your wrist with the other hand. So like you're offering in support. Is that for like a complete transference of the thing, kind of? That's interesting, Julian. And good morning, Julian. We need to have coffee sometime soon, figure out what the hell's going on with all this Freedom Fest fun stuff. We'll get it all squared away. It'll be cool. We're gonna do a dance routine. You ever seen those things like where like they do the human cartwheels where they can turn over each other and roll across stage? I think we should just do that. Don't say a word. Just cartwheels. No COVID, just BO. Yeah, Kevin was there, and it was a lot of stone users. I remember we had our after party behind the stage where we put on our shows, and at night, being the big white guy with the bald head, I got to play bouncer up at the front gate, and we wouldn't let outside alcohol in. So these guys would come up and, European soccer player looking dudes, and they don't, a little bit of English, but they had a case of beer. So the best thing about being that bouncer was I got to help everybody finish off their beers. It was nice. And then they could come in and go use the bathroom probably really quick. All right, we got to move on. It is 8:19. Holy shnikes. One more thing, though, before we go. Lusty. It's like my favorite line from that movie. Rusty. And then he remembers he has that terrible beret on. He's like, God damn it. He's so mad because he's not going to get laid by the French girl. Poor Rusty. Rusty took it hard till they went to Vegas. KFWS says a 25-foot inflatable gorilla has now been returned to a Lawton, Oklahoma car dealership. I knew you knew that's where that was coming from. The gorilla was stolen by a group of local thieves who needed it for the money. They deflated Godzilla. Sorry, it was a Godzilla gorilla. Let's tag team that, okay? Anyway, they sucked the air out, took him to Wichita Falls, Texas, and they tried to sell him for $2,500. The buyers backed out of the deal because they found out that, Godzilla was stolen. Assholes. A Lawton resident contacted the thieves and offered them $500 to return Godzilla. The thieves did the right thing, return the inflatable. You know what? I hope that was a trap, and then they busted their ass. Although, stealing an inflatable, bringing it back, no harm, no foul. Godzilla Gorilla. It's like Magilla Gorilla's Japanese cousin. The Middletown Press says teenagers recently cleared out a carnival in Fairfield, Connecticut by releasing fart spray into the air. That's right, the teenagers repeated the prank several times throughout the night. Some carnival goers were screaming and running for safety. The farts are coming. Do you guys remember before fart spray in a can was nice and easy? And by the way, have you seen those videos where somebody's in an inflatable costume and they fart spray the intake fan for the blower to keep the inflatable open? That's mean. That's really mean and really funny. Anyway, when we were teenagers, you could get the sulfur, like the little glass capsules. You can buy them in a box at the fair, and then you just casually toss that thing out in the fairground, in the grass on the midway. Somebody steps on it eventually, but you're long gone. No evidence. Statute of limitations. WTVM. Whoa, wrong station. Says a kangaroo was spotted hopping down I-85 in Macon County, Alabama yesterday. Sorry, I thought I had Georgia news. It was Alabama. Macon County kangaroos. It caused a car crash. We shouldn't have been driving in the first place. Anyway, the kangaroo's owner shot her with a tranquilizer gun. Got the kangaroo, put her in his car, and drove him back to the farm. The kangaroo is doing okay, but she was hopping mad. Let's go to Florida for our last two weird news moments. WOFL. Whoa, Florida. Says a Palm Coast, Florida man named Matthew Hunter was recently arrested for breaking into a woman's home while naked. Deputies found him walking away from the home in his birthday suit after the woman called 911. Hunter's wife mentioned he had been heavily drinking. He is set to appear in court on May 27th. So, nude break-in man Hunter was married. And that's what his wife said. Well, he'd been drinking heavily. And you didn't put a leash on his ass? He was like, I'm going out naked. I don't know. As a spouse, You'd probably say, okay, go get them, Skippy. You know, let them learn their lesson, right? No, go ahead and jump in there. See what happens. And another one from Florida, just to balance out the warm and fuzzy karma. KSL says Kristen Savage of Sanford, Florida, was recently walking her dog Ringo when a bear came up and bit him. A bear bit Ringo. Oh, he yelped. Yarp. Kristen had a bag of cookies with her, and she went to the defense of her dog. She smacked that bear upside the head with that bag of cookies. I'm not bullshitting you. That's the story. She smacked the bear across the face with the bag of cookies and threw the cookies, and the bear went after the cookies. She and Ringo bailed out. The bear was nursing cubs in the neighborhood, and she was defending her cubs, right? So, a tragic accident. The dog will be okay. The cookies, however, they're lost. Lost forever. All right, gentlemen and ladies, romantic gestures, it's something that we more overtly do when we start courting, dating, getting involved with someone on a longer-term basis. You do romantic gestures. You leave a note on their car. You send some flowers. Like, God, I'm just thinking about you. You send them a picture of a waterfall. Like, boy, I'm just thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? Romantic gestures. And then as you get comfortable with each other, maybe the romance fades a little bit. You don't think of romantic gestures as top of mind anymore. Like, we got things to do. It's got to work. I got to do this. I got to do that. Blah, 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 blah. Well, still guessing on the TIQ. Damn it. All right. John was correct to the point of speaking about employment. However, the priority for his employment was wrong. On your guess. Teenagers, agree this is the most important thing in life. Whatever it actually says down here. So we're going to talk about some underrated romantic gestures. Some ways that you can, have that same generous, sorry, I had to cut muffins. Same generous love from your heart for your spouse, for your significant other, your partner, whatever. But without it coming across as shallow and cheesy. Right? A genuine, underrated romantic gesture. So here we go. Number one is listening and doing small favors. Pay attention. When you actively engage in listening to whatever your partner is saying, it shows them that you care about them and the things that are important to them. I'm going to repeat that. When you actively listening to the things that your partner says, it shows that you are engaged and involved with what's going on with them. That right there, you may not think of that as a romantic gesture, but having somebody that listens to you and looks you in the eye and stops looking at their phone and just goes, tell me about it. No, don't cross your arms either. That's bad body language. Tell me about it. Tell me about your day. Girl, tell me about your day. Plus small random, and a deeper bond is built on the feeling of being heard and the feeling of being understood. I told Carrie last night when we went to bed, I said, I genuinely want to thank you for trusting me in making the purchase of this Jeep that I bought. Because, she didn't ask questions about the affordability of it, what this is, because she said, I knew you did all the numbers. And I did do all the numbers. I crunched it. I'm that guy, right? I went out and balance mathed all the insurance to figure out what the insurance difference was going to be, all that kind of stuff. Because I don't like uncertainty with finances. And God dang it, I had that my whole life, right? And I made a lot of stupid decisions. So I told her, I said, I appreciate that genuine trust. You knew I'd make a good decision, and, that's just nice. She trusts me more than I trust myself, I think. Anyway, small random gestures like active listening show your partner that they're on your mind, all right? Think things like grabbing their favorite candy bar. You're getting gas, you go in to grab a Powerade or whatever, and you're like, oh, man, she loves whatchamacallits. I should pick her up a whatchamacallit. It's not too hot. It's not going to melt in the car. Okay? Little thing like that. $2 gestures. Or, you're both sitting there watching a movie and you're like, man, I'm thirsty. Hey, baby, you want something to drink? Okay. No, I got it. Little gestures. These are daily polite things, but those are little things that keep that fire burning, keep the love, job that makes them famous. Troy got it. A career they enjoy. That is the essence of it. The correct answer is having a job or career they enjoy. That surprised me and probably surprises you. But Troy's going to get a temporary cup because Troy needs a better. I need to have like disc dog graphics on there. I'm just going to get. This is going to be the big T. Oh shit! I hate writing on curved things. This looks a bit more like a Maltese cross than a T, but I'm going to color it in. You guys are going to stick with me. Oh, my God. I can't even tell if I got all the part colored in because I don't have my reading glasses. Man, I'm telling you guys, the whole reading glasses thing is really taking effect. My body's like, yep, you're just going to be that way now. The big T. Hats off to the big T. Woo! That'd be your answer, not 11-year-olds. Yeah. Yeah. That'd be my answer, too. And I'm fortunate enough that I do. I have a career I enjoy. I have 2 careers I enjoy, to be honest. Okay, let's get back to our, let me get way back down here. Okay, so listening, doing small favors. That's number 1. Number 2, now I only got 3 of these. Number 2, meal planning and cooking together. How many times do we say, hey, what do you want to do for dinner? I don't know. What do you want to do for dinner? Nobody makes a decision. Nobody's made any planning to do it. And then you go out to eat, you waste money or whatever. Okay. Some say food is the way to a man's heart. Somewhat agree. But it can also be the way to a woman's heart. You're damn right. Man cook you up a nice meal. Might get a little bit. Eating is an emotional experience. It's naturally related to safety, to love, to belonging, to that sense of family. The corporate meal, right? That we're all here together. This makes the experience of sharing food a little more of an intense bonding. Okay? Over time, a couple creates food experiences together such that food or even the mention or smell of it automatically evokes feel-good memories in the relationship. So cook together. Get a bigger kitchen if you need to. That's what I need to do. We cook together. It's like, oh, shit. Excuse me. Ope. There's 15 opes in the house if we try to use the kitchen together. Oh, we're almost out of coffee. Must be time to wrap the show. Not yet. Okay, so tip number 2, meal planning and cooking together. Tip number 3 is doing the mundane chores of life together. Okay? We don't often recognize the pure romance of committing to the other person and participating in the not-so-fun daily grind of BS and relationship management. Whether it's household chores or a deep, difficult discussion you need to have about, the drugs you found in grandma's socks. Whatever it is, these are things. Are you romantic enough to get down to the nitty-gritty? On your hands and knees to scrub that tile. Huh? Get that mold out of the grout? Are you the guy who's going to empty the conditioner bottles and get them all into one? Make it work for you? Anyway, the romance is not always pretty, right? Somebody's got to scrub the damn toilet. But do this stuff together. She can work on the sink, you work on the toilet, Lean up against each other so you don't have to sleep with your head in the mud. Bubba Gump. All right, so again, to recap, listening and doing small favors, meal planning and cooking together, and doing the mundane chores of life together. These are your underrated romantic gestures. Get out there and show some love. Let's get warm and fuzzy and wrap this rascal. Oh, I also left the TIQ up, didn't I? Let's get that back off of there. There we go. Oh, look at the kitty. Look at the kitty. You're so cute. WHNT says Maddox Kendrick from Newmarket, Alabama, recently saved his stepmom's life. Called 911. Maddox noticed his stepmom, Megan Douglas, was in distress. He took quick action. She was having a seizure. He called 911. The Newmarket community awarded Maddox with a Good Samaritan Award for his bravery. Good job, Maddox. Hats off to you. This next story might as well be about me, but I'm no glory hound. Newsweek magazine, though, somehow reported on this. I had twice the inventory, but Madeline Johnson from Huntington Beach, California, she found a 4-day-old kitten in a cardboard box and decided to care for him. She named the kitten Levi, provided round-the-clock care and bottle feedings, and documented his journey on social media. Aha! People are praising Johnson for saving Levi's life, and a hats off to all the ones out there saving babies, okay? Kittens, the puppies, you're taking them in, you're sheltering, you're fostering, you're getting them into a forever home. Fucking thank you. Thank you. Thank you from the animals. Thank you from the people who love the animals. I love animals. And our final warm and fuzzy, WREG, or REG. It's pronounced Reg. Says a Shelby County, Tennessee deputy recently finished a pizza delivery driver's route after the driver was hurt in a crash. The deputy stepped in to ensure that the customers got their meal. The officer's quick thinking and dedication to duty was praised by locals. Hell yes. You know what? He came to work the wreck, made sure that everybody was secured and getting the treatment they needed. And he's like, hey, them folks are going to be pissed. Drove the pizza man, cop pizza man. Good job, unnamed sheriff's deputy from Shelby County, Tennessee. That's the kind of warm and fuzzy love we need in this country. America. Hey, it's Mr. Potato Head Day. Hey, starch it up. Go adopt a shelter pet and listen to some jazz while eating oatmeal cookies and wearing tie-dyes. And that's a quadruple celebration, boys and girls. And that's the kind of party I'm after. Just a reminder, show on Friday, I don't have anything crazy this Friday. But Saturday is my dad's birthday. The Commander will be celebrating 79, so Friday we will be celebrating him. I'm going to have a Commander birthday feature. I haven't decided, because I just made this up in the last 10 seconds, what story I will share. What Commander story I will share. Perhaps between now and Friday, maybe I'll get with the Commander and I'll just record a story and share it with you. Because it's really always best when it comes from the Commander's lips. But we'll celebrate him on Friday. It's his birthday Saturday, so hooray for that. It's also the Kentucky Derby on Saturday, May the 3rd. We'll be hanging out at Scout Hall in downtown Cape starting at 3 o'clock. The Derby runs right before 6 o'clock, having a Derby party. There's food from some really good food vendors. It's going to be there. It's like $25 a pop. Come party with us. Get your mint julep on. I wish I could be there. I have a gig out of town, so I got to bail out Saturday, so I don't get to go. But I would love for you guys to go grab your tickets and join us there at Scout Hall with 93.9 Mike FM and EBOMD and Abstraction Spirits and whoever the hell else is sponsoring that. It'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. So enjoy your final day of April because it's gonna be May. Oh, that's terrible. Sorry. Hey, have a fantastic hump day, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Spread the love, all right? Get out there and share some goodness today. Don't spank anybody unless they ask you to. And in the immortal words of Mickey Sharp, peace, I am out of here.